Obviously, Oshae has had a different role this year than he did last year. How have you seen him handling that?
Very well, very well, and been very professional. Continue to work. You watch him during games. He's supporting all his teammates, the guys playing in front of him, and he needs to stay ready because his shot will come.
Rick, what'd you like from the two-game series against Brooklyn? What from your team as far as coming back, facing the Heat tomorrow? What did you really like?
Well, I love the shot making in the first game. That was enormously important to us winning. We're doing a lot of good things. We need to do some things better, obviously. But look, we got to be a team that is unapologetically always competing. That's how we got to be. And we have lapses from time to time, but by and large, we keep fighting and keep finding ways to stay in games. The challenge is we gotta figure out a way to get off to better starts consistently.
Rick, what growth have you seen from Isaiah this season, moving from year 1 to year 2? We talked about it with Chris yesterday. What about him?
I mean, the big things with Isaiah are he's gained strength, he's gained endurance, he's gained a greater knowledge of the NBA game, and those things have all helped him a great deal this year. He's establishing himself with our team as one of our playmaking bigs. I mean, he is, he passes the ball well, he finishes well, he's got really good touch around the rim, and he's got a really good feel for the game. So he has some very unique abilities that are going to be very important to this franchise going forward.
For a guy like that going into his kind of first real summer, do you kind of issue any challenges or, hey, work on this, anything like that in particular?
His first real summer being last summer?
Being this summer, after having a year in the league.
Well, this past summer was his first summer, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
This past summer.
And the big thing was the strength and endurance piece. He's done a really good job with that. He was here, the majority of the summer. He was at all our voluntary developmental periods, and he just his personality has come out. His attachment and engagement with teammates has gotten more and more animated, in a good way, and so there's a lot to like.
How beneficial do you think it is for him to have guys around such as Miles, Daniel, James, been there, done that, kind of seen everything in this league probably?
Well, it certainly helps, but it also is important that he is a young player that wants to be mentored. Not every young player feels that way. Some young guys, come into the league feeling like, they're ready and they don't need to learn a whole lot more. Isaiah and Chris both, and really Ben has shown that too, is that these guys are veritable sponges. They want to learn, they want to be as good as they can be, and they respect the game and they respect the veteran teammates.
Played 8 games. At what point in a season are some of the team statistics, the team rankings, a true indicator of what a team is? Do you think you still need more, or you have a pretty good indication?
We need more. It's that question will have different answers depending on, who you ask. It's always felt like 10 games was kind of a benchmark for statistics starting to be meaningful. 20 games certainly is a much bigger size and probably more meaningful. But, during a 20-game period, sometimes now you can hunt out like you can always go last 5 games, and you can look up what our ranks are in the last 5 games, and as you're working to develop a younger team, it's important to sometimes pick out smaller segments and study those. And so, after 10, I think things become more relevant, but I don't think there's, any particular number in general. And I think we're always looking at, little pieces of statistical information as well as the importance of the eye test.
With that in mind, points in the paint allowed, the numbers have been a big improvement compared to last season. And I know it's obviously a point of emphasis. Do you like the direction you're going in that area?
Well, we're better. We're better in that area. Largely because Miles is back. Isaiah is a shot blocker. Goga has been protecting the rim well. What we've got to do is prevent the ball from getting into the lane a little more frequently.
A lot of vets have been lauded on this team, but Kendall and Andrew both singled out TJ McConnell as guys that have helped him specifically. What about TJ's leadership do you think makes him a guy that they single out and feel good about saying, yes, he's been really helpful for me?
Well, he's an easy guy to like because of the way he approaches the game, how hard he plays. These guys saw him. Really, he had a dominant training camp. He was really great defensively and offensively, and so I think those are some of the obvious reasons. TJ had a really great second half in Brooklyn. I thought he played well the whole game there, and so we really need him. He's a really important part of what we're doing.
We haven't talked to you a whole lot this year. How do you think, how's this season going for you?
For me, it's going well. Just doing what I can to, be ready for anything. I feel like I've been in tough positions before in my 4 years in the NBA, and, I've always been myself through it all. And, I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, how do you handle this, this kind of role shifting, different spot than you were last year?
Just knowing that I put in, my work myself to whenever I do get my opportunity that I'm going to be, myself out there on the court. And knowing that we have a lot of guys who more than deserve to play, guys who are out there hooping and doing their thing. So, my focus now is just to be, a great guy, a great teammate, and just do everything that I can once I get in the game or even when I'm on the bench to encourage everybody and help us get the win.
Yeah, how do you stay ready to get in the game like that?
I've actually figured out a lot of tactics, grabbing a heat pack every quarter. I walk with the band, sit on the bench with the band, just do different things. That's why I'm always standing up and jumping, just to stay warm. Obviously to cheer the guys on, but also to help myself, stay active and stay ready.
Is it hard to stay patient?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Everyone wants to be in the game. I want to start. I want to finish the game. I want to do everything I can to help. So yeah, it's definitely tough. But I know that, like I said, once my opportunity comes, I'm going to be able to, be myself.
I feel like you've taken on a bigger leadership role with this team. A lot of young guys here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, my fourth year, I've been through a lot and seen a lot, so I know, things that I could say to guys who, might be frustrated with some minutes or might get pulled out when they don't think they should have gotten pulled out. And I've been up and down with minutes, so I know how to gauge and how to talk to them. So I'm just using that, my history in the NBA to kind of help out guys whenever they feel like they need, someone to talk to.
What are the things you try to teach and instill in these young guys?
Like I always say, just be yourself, man. I mean, coach puts you out there because, you're who you are. Doesn't want you to try to do anything out of the ordinary. So when guys are out there and, like I said, if they get pulled, they don't want to get pulled. More of talking to them, just get back to the basics. And, that's doing what you can to help the team and not just trying to be individual or, just, like I said, be anything that you're not.
With that positive attitude individually, did you have any conversations over the last couple of weeks with Chris? And then what did you see on Monday as he exploded?
Yeah, I mean, you could see the way he's been playing, and every game has just gotten better and better. I feel like everyone's kind of expecting him to be out there scoring like he did last game. But, it's tough, man. It's tough being in the position that he is, because he's trying to accept the role and trying to do different things to help the team win when he knows he could do a lot more. But I feel like he's been really aggressive, and that's exactly who we need him to be. going in. And, like I said, every time he checks in the game, I just tell him to go be himself. That's the only thing that he can do. And he's a scorer. He's a great scorer, and he does that really well. So that's what we all want him to do. Everyone on the team wants him to go just do what he does. If he misses 10 shots, it doesn't matter because we trust him to get the ball in the hoop.
Memory serves last year, the first 2 games of the season, I don't think you played a lot, and then you played the Heat at home and had a really big performance. Could that repeat itself here Friday?
I don't know, man. That's all. Coach feels to put me in. I'm going to go and be myself.
What is the key against the Heat? Because you played against them as much as anyone.
We really harped on today. They're a great defensive team. They do a lot of things that, are kind of unorthodox, kind of get you to want to slow down, but that's what they want. I feel like we have a great game plan going in, and it's just up to us to execute it.
You're one of the few guys who was on last year's team, the older teams, compared to this year, that Rick Carlisle called a new era. What stands out to you about this group compared to the older Pacer groups you were on?
Man, we definitely I feel like the last week, we really harped on just getting out in transition, running and gunning. And that's kind of who we should have been to start the season. I feel like we would have been in a different position right now, but it's all a learning process, and I feel like everyone's doing it really well. Getting the ball in the right people's hands, and everyone who has the ball, like Tyrese, Andrew, and TJ, I feel like they're starting to trust a lot of guys to get out and make plays, and I feel like that's where we're at our best once we are excited for everyone on the team, and I think that's what we're doing really well.
What's the biggest point of growth you've seen from Tyrese from last year to this?
Again, he was only here for a little part of the season, but I feel like this year he's talking a lot more to the guys. I feel like he's talking a lot more to the guys, and that's what we need. He's a great basketball mind. He knows so much about the game. He sees so much, and at halftime and before the game, he's able to talk to us and let us know kind of where we should be and things that we should be doing out there. And the guys are very responsive, and that helps a lot going. He's our leader, so we follow him. We'll be good.
Was it nice to have this 3-day break after a long road trip to kind of recharge the batteries a little bit and get ready for Friday night?
Oh yeah, it's always a great experience when you get, like you said, back-to-back days off to just refocus and just get back into the lab, get to work on your craft and obviously get ready for the next game.
What was your overall takeaway of the road trip as a whole? You won 2 games and you were right there in a couple of others.
It was eventful road trip for us. Obviously, every road trip you want to come away with all the wins, but like you said, we won 2. At the end of the day, James said that we got better as a team, and I felt as though that was true as well because, like you said, we stuck into some tough games, and obviously I felt as though we meshed as a team a lot better just during this road trip.
I asked Rick about points in the paint allowed, and you're really near the top of the league in that compared to last season. Has that been a big point of emphasis, and what's working differently?
Yeah, our main goal is to protect the paint. Obviously with the tremendous shot blocker we got with Miles, it defers a lot of teams coming into the paint because, obviously his reputation. Then you got me and Isaiah trying to help out with that as well. But at the end of the day, our main emphasis is just to keep them out of our paint and just try to do it as best as we can.
You defended KD a lot over the weekend. How did you prepare for that, and how do you feel like you did guarding one of the best scorers ever?
Obviously you watch a lot of film on it. Obviously he's one of the best players in the NBA, best players of all time. And just being able to go up against him is a blessing. But, I felt as though that I fared well against him. I did what the scouts told us to do. And, obviously he's going to score. He's KD. But as long as I was in his way and trying to make everything tough for him, that's what was my goal.
Miami's a physical team. What have you been able to glean from any prep for the matchup as being a key?
Pretty much just locking into all our principles, making sure, obviously we know they got a lot of shooters, and obviously we got scouts for that. And pretty much just, like I said, locking into the scouting report and making sure that we execute to the best of our ability. Thanks. Thank you.
I'd say one of the best sights, I think, was yesterday at practice, seeing you go through a full practice.
Yeah.
What was the injury, and is it out of the question right now?
It was just a bruise to the back of the knee. I'm all right now. I've been getting treatment and stuff. And, I'm going to be ready for Friday and stuff. So.
You're second in the league as a team in points in the paint allowed, and that's with Miles only playing, I think, 3 games.
Yeah.
So what's been working from start to finish through 8 games?
I feel like our ball pressure and just funneling stuff to the bigger guys because not only me but Sticks, Goga, everybody's been blocking shots and stuff. So I feel like our ball pressure and just containing the guards on pick and rolls and stuff, I think that's the main thing we've been focusing on, trying not to let the paint, trying to let the guards and stuff get downhill and get in the paint. I feel like that's something we've been emphasizing. So.
I talked to Ron about it before the game even. He was like, this was something that in the offseason everyone knew needed to change.
Yeah.
Philosophy changes at all, or just kind of bearing down a little bit?
I feel like it's a mix of both. I feel like we, as a team, we sort of just starting to find our like how we play, and I feel like coach and everybody emphasizes like our defense is where everything's at. So getting everything down to the little things on the defensive end, I feel like that's something we've been emphasizing on and keying in on and working on. So.
To that point, is that where a road trip being gone for 10 days is helpful?
Yeah, I feel like it's helpful for everybody, not only for the younger guys that's fresh in, trying to get their routine and stuff, but I feel like it's good for us too, for some of the second-year guys and some of the other guys too. Just learning the routine first and foremost, and just learning how to like play in front of the pressure of the other fans and stuff. I feel like that's big for us. And especially just team-wise, just us going out to dinner, doing little team activities, team bonding and stuff. I feel like that's something that we need as a young team so we can grow together.
Do you feel like you have your routine and know what it's like to play in front of that pressure?
Yeah. I've been, second year. Then also when I was at Kentucky, I learned a lot about it. But I feel like I got a routine down packed for sure. It's the same thing, just game routine, naps, eat. Same thing, shower, and get ready for the game.
Did you and Chris talk about kind of what it's like going into your second year? He started slowly, and Tyrese's
Yeah.
come out. He had the same thing for him last year.
Yeah, we talked. Actually, I think the first week of training camp, we sat down over there and we was just talking. We was talking to just how it's gonna be this year, and it was like I was talking to him like, I don't really feel like any pressure, like as I was feeling last year. It was just like I just feel calm, like especially on the court. It's like I don't really feel anything. It's just like I'm just out there, and it's a good feeling. It's like it's something you sort of want to get to as a professional basketball player. You just want to go out there and just play your game. Like you don't want to think about like the crowd or how many points you scored or stuff like that. You just want to go out there and just do the best you can. And I feel like that's something me and Chris talked about.
Did you feel like it was just a matter of time for Chris to have a night like he had?
Yeah, of course. He's one of the guys that's always in the gym working on his craft, working on his game. So, I feel like it just took some time. He had a breakout night, man. He's just gonna continue to just build on it. His confidence is there. I see it. Like you could just tell. Like his confidence. He had to grow his confidence a little bit, but it's there though. Like he's just doing his thing. So.
Have you been able to now play without thinking as much?
Yeah.
Whereas your probably mind's racing all of last year.
It's just last year was like it was just crazy last year. It was like rookie. It's like I feel like it's a normal thing. It's just a lot of pressure. Like you just want to come in and just want to affect the game, but it's like you just gotta wait your turn. And this year I feel like I got a bigger role, and I feel like I'm taking that role on with a full head of steam, and I'm just like I said, I'm just out there with no feeling, just out there just playing basketball, and I love it. Like it's a good feeling.
To that point, what were you feeling? Kind of, I think it was after Saturday, after having one of your best games of your career.
Just confidence. I feel like after a game like that, your confidence just grows, and it's just like continues to just keep going on to the next game, next practice, next game, next practice. It's something that a lot of players just like to have. Just like to have a breakout game because your confidence just goes through the roof. You feel like you can do any and everything. And my confidence is up right now, so I'm just continuing to just keep balling, keep doing the little things, keep helping my team win.
As guys like Daniel, like James Johnson, Miles, in what ways have maybe they helped?
Just talking to him. JJ James is one of the main guys that has been spitting knowledge to me. Like every time I have a question about something on defense, like a coverage, something like that, he actually comes up to me and talks to me about it. Like if I'm doing something wrong, he'd be like, all right, you need to do this, do that. I feel like if you do this better, then that'll help. Like, and I just love it. It's like you need somebody, like especially as a young guy, you need somebody like that's always on you about the little things, the things you can do better. And hopefully he keeps continuing to just get on me about it because it's just helping me, helping my game. So
talk about that.
I was just gonna say, well, last thing with your knee, is it playing through pain at all, or is that kind of subsided over the last couple?
Yeah, I think it's good now. I've been getting a lot of treatment and icing and just working on it, strengthening it and stuff, and it's good. I'm 100% now. So.
You talk about that calmness. Are there any specific skills you feel like that helps you with on the court?
I think staying out of foul trouble. That's one of the main things. So a lot of times it's like I feel like pressure to want to go get a shot or something, and then when you calm, it's like you can stay in front of somebody, or you can be locked into the defensive, what the coaches got to doing defensively wise. And I feel like it helps me a lot though, just playing calm, even on the offensive end, like passing the ball, not overthinking. And it just helps my game a lot. So.
How much have you had to work on stand down? I know that was something that
A
you had
lot.
to talk about last year.
Yeah. A lot. It's something that I'm still working on, because sometimes I make mistakes and I jump or something. But it's something that's, like I said, I'm a young guy, so it's something that I'm gonna continue to just build on and grow on.
I think every time you're in with TJ, you guys have one connection of some kind.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like he understands you on offense? Maybe some others don't with the passing.
I feel like me just screening, it just creates a lot of havoc. And with him being in, he's a downhill type of guy, and I just love playing with him, especially on the defensive end. He's everywhere, and I love it. Like whether we in pick and roll, like it's just something about playing with him. It's just like he just brings that energy. I just love playing with him, man. Like for real, even in both ends, really.
Do you feel a difference when you talked about you gained weight over the off season? Can
Yeah.
you feel a difference on the court?
Yeah,
during the season?
I feel like I can really bang with a lot of the guys. Last year I was just getting like thrown around a little bit, but I feel like I can hold my own against them. And even like just my body, I just feel stronger. I just feel like last year was like towards the end of the year I was feeling like weak and stuff, but like I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling like my body's not hurting as much as it was last year. No back pain, like nothing like that. So